If you have the dragon in your chart in 2025, get ready to flex. Okay, the key or the trick to using the dragon power in 2025 is to resist the urge to become a solo flyer. Right? If a single dragon embodies power, a flight of dragons is even stronger. Imagine the force of a storm of dragons, unstoppable, right? So before we take flight with the dragon, give me a quick 30 seconds for my self-intro, okay? Thanks for jumping in. Nice meeting you. My name is Pauline Cheng. I'm a Bazi and Feng Shui practitioner, and using this art to empower, not to disempower, is a hill that I would willingly die on. Okay, so before we start dissecting the stars in the dragon one by one, okay, let's head on over for a quick overview. So 2024, your Grand Duke year. So I hope that the Grand Duke energy resulted in a lot of breakthrough for you. It was a year that called for unapologetic confidence, self-assurance, and ambitions. It called for courage to lead, and courage to be different and authentic. And now, in 2025, this pathway to growth continues for the dragon. But as I said earlier, you need to fight the impulse or lure of flying solo. So let's get started with the breakdown of the stars in 2025 for the dragon, so that I can explain what I mean. Okay, we're going to start with the heavenly officer star, because this is a natural progression from the leadership breakthrough of your Grand Duke in 2024. If you had created a leadership breakthrough by using the Grand Duke in 2024, the heavenly officer is saying that you still have that leadership momentum going for you in 2025. So the heavenly officer is linked to positions of power, authority, and leadership. That's why it is often regarded or considered as a promotion star. Heavenly officer also brings a sense of prestige or honor. In other words, if you have the dragon in your chart in 2025, there is a strong possibility to gaining the respect and recognition of others as well. Okay, so in other words, with the heavenly officer, people will be supportive of your endeavors if you know how to lead. So to use the heavenly officer, it's important to embrace any leadership opportunities that come along for business owners. This is a call to lead confidently within your industry or business. Okay, more importantly, using the heavenly officer's influence is to cultivate an image of integrity, expertise, and authority. For career professionals, this is a chance to establish yourself as a go-to person in your field by sharing your knowledge or building a reputation for reliability and fairness. In a business setting, on the other hand, the heavenly officer emphasizes creating an ethical and trustworthy brand that will help you build a loyal customer base. So the heavenly officer works best in positions where structure and organization are important, which means that career professionals will often find it easier to use this star as opposed to entrepreneurs. Right? Using the heavenly officer in a career context requires proficiency in strategic planning, resource management, organization, and decision-making skills that can make you invaluable to your organization. For business owners, heavenly officer is a reminder to tighten up operations, focus on efficiency, and build systems that enhance growth and scalability. And with the heavenly officer comes the surpassing path, the star of upward mobility. Surpassing path brings visibility and enhanced social status, which ties in well with the recognition and respect of the heavenly officer. Now, at this point, some might argue and say that you Chinese people are so obsessed with status, power, and money. Listen, if you find yourself in a position where self-autonomy and self-determination is not a problem, then you are blessed. Be grateful, okay? In many aspects of life, gaining the respect and recognition of others is the lubricants that keep the wheels of our progress turning smoothly. Respect and recognition enhances relationships, eases challenges, opens doors to new opportunities, accelerates personal and professional growth. Without these, if, like for example, if you're a salesperson, you won't even be able to sell fire to Eskimos, you know, right? But to be more precise about the surpassing path, it can also signify opportunities that come to you from your past achievements, which means that whatever breakthrough you created with the Grand Duke in 2024, you can still leverage on those accomplishments in 2025. To do that, as I said way earlier, we need to flex. Okay, so how can we flex tastefully? Now, if you don't mind flexing shamelessly, you go right ahead, okay? But is there a tasteful way to flex? Oh, maybe some suggestions. Example, in your social media content, highlight your success stories and case studies. For career professionals, definitely document your portfolio of achievements and accomplishments. When it's time for the performance review, you bring the receipt, okay? Secondly, creating content around your expertise. This is a given, okay? And for sure, leverage your network for referrals and testimonials. Same goes for business owners. Businesses need referrals too and testimonials as well, right? So with these 2 stars, continuing to build relationships proactively is also going to be important, since you have the chance to benefit from the respect and recognition of other people. There is a need to cultivate a strong leadership presence by showing conviction in your own abilities. You know, of course, if you yourself don't believe you can do it, other people won't either, right? And the final suggestion that will carry through to the next group of stars is to continue to improve on your verbal and non-verbal communication skills so that you always show up with confidence. Okay, so while the dragon can certainly enjoy the benefits of the heavenly officer and surpassing path in 2025, their potential may be blocked by an instinct to go solo. The dragon has some serious lone wolf tendencies in 2025, influenced by these 2 stars, Sky Sha and Lonesome. In Cantonese, this is Tin Sat Gu Sing. These 2 stars are likely an after effect of the elegant seal from 2024. The elegant seal enhances creativity, intelligence, and perfectionism, often seen in artists or divas. But as a side effect, it can also create feelings of isolation and being misunderstood. As this energy carries into 2025, it may morph into an instinct to isolate oneself, hence the lone wolf or the lone warrior effect. When combined with the heavenly officer and surpassing path, 2 possible outcomes emerge. Scenario 1, isolated emperor. Imagine a newly crowned emperor making his way up his throne, his ministers, generals, courtiers, bowing low in respect. But as the emperor sits on the throne, he's alone, disconnected from those around him. Others don't understand him. He can't connect with others either. While it might sound appealing or powerful in a wuxia movie, in real life, it's lonely at the top. Let's just say it, right? So isolation can be overwhelming and maybe a bit counterproductive. Scenario 2, the lone crusader. Picture a lone crusader fighting a war nobody understands. So this hero is struggling to communicate his motivations, which blocks the respect and support brought by the heavenly officer. So though admired, the lack of connection and communication keeps him isolated, unable to fully leverage on the power of these other stars. So how to mitigate this? Resist the urge to go solo. Battles are easier won with an army, not a lone warrior. Don't be afraid to ask for help and collaborate. Leverage your network, seek support, but from the right people. Those with the skills, experience, or resources to truly help you, not just any Tom, Dick, or Harry, okay? And next, improve communications, sharpen your verbal and non-verbal skills to foster healthier relationships, ensuring you are understood and you understand others and connected. Lastly, while it's true that we are not responsible for how others feel about us, it's essential to have some situational awareness. The energy we bring into any space affects those around us as well. So radiating negative energy, intentionally or unintentionally, can push people away and deepen isolation. So this in turn limits access to the benefits of the heavenly officer and surpassing path. Okay, so a common manifestation of the Sky Sha Lonesome effect, Tin Sat Kuseng effect, is in those who are vulnerable to mental health challenges, for example, like depression or anxiety. This is me saying the quiet part out loud, okay? So when someone feels isolated, misunderstood, or overwhelmed, all right, this creates this vicious cycle of loneliness. For those in this situation, it's crucial to seek qualified support, not just any support. Friends or family might mean well, but they may not understand the depth of your struggle, and they may not have the tools to help you, right? Other than suggesting, oh, just get over it lah, right? Correct or not? So while mental health challenges are certainly not our own fault, but it's important to be mindful of their impact on others as well, whether it's other people walking on eggshells around us, or colleagues picking up the slack, or friends playing the role of untrained therapists, right? Eventually, this can lead to emotional distancing, all right, deepening the isolation. So the key takeaway is essential to balance self-care with maintaining healthy, open relationships and accountability. Isolation might feel like a refuge, but connecting with others is necessary for long-term well-being and success. Okay, so when we are isolated, everything feels like a struggle, right? Enter the disaster sha, which represents setbacks and obstacles. So this is a given. If you try to do everything yourself, it's so much harder. That's why we have teams, colleagues, partners, alliances, vendors, staff, freelancers. Our entire economy is built upon codependency. And what happens when we try to do everything ourselves? We work ourselves sick is what happens. So how to mitigate? Again, seek qualified support. Business owners, especially the solopreneurs, let's stop trying to do everything ourselves, right? Hire the right people, work with vendors, outsource, hire virtual assistants, form alliances or business partners. Career professionals, get your team together. Be someone who works well with others in a team. Remember the heavenly officer? Okay, respect from others, right? So be someone who knows how to lead and motivate others. And to counter the sickness charm, don't neglect your wellness program, your exercise plan, diet plan, those types of stuff, right? Does the dragon analysis sound really grim? Okay, here comes the final star to turn things around. Okay, so last but not least, sky happiness. This is a star of happy events. Birthday parties, weddings, bridal showers, office parties, industry get-together, concerts, school reunions. Basically, while you may or may not be busy self-isolating, everyone around you is having a blast. So the answer is to join them. Say yes to the party invitations. Now, in ancient China, and this is still being practiced within the Chinese community today, there is this concept called chonghei, which means that when someone is going through a tough time, usually when family elders are in frail health, they find an excuse to throw a very big party. Could be a wedding or a baby shower. A logic behind that concept is this: when many people come together for a positive celebration through their laughter and joy, they generate a lot of positive energy that elevates everyone. So this is like, when you attend a concert and you leave feeling a little high, yeah, because of that group energy. This is the sky happiness effect. So instead of self-isolating and encountering all the challenges, say yes to the party invitations, go to places with a lot of positive, happy energy, use the chance to enjoy your friendships and relationships, and in the process, effortlessly comes the heavenly officer's blessings of respect and recognition, and even the surpassing path, offering growth and mobility. Okay, so the sky happiness offers a powerful counterbalance to the negative stars by using the sheer power of joy. When your own energy is on the upswing, effects of the sickness charm is mitigated. Pleasant social events take you out of the isolated stage of lonesome. So if it puts you in the position to reconnect with other people, triggering the heavenly officer and surpassing path. So what happens if you don't receive any party invitations? You throw your own party lor. Find the smallest excuse. Any excuse will do. What we're trying to get at here is to use the energy of joy to neutralize the heaviness and negativity of Skysha and Lonesome. So let's move on to our next segment when we see how things can play out depending on where the dragon is in your Bazi chart. The year pillar governs external world, okay, industry, market, network, social platforms, things and people outside of us. So with the heavenly officer and surpassing path offering respect and recognition here, we can't run away from a spot of brand and reputation building. After all, as the Grand Duke of 2024, you were already under the spotlight. So in 2025, we just keep the leadership momentum going. But when we add the negative stars to the mix, here describes a scenario of a little bit lonely in a crowd. Okay, some social awkwardness going on here. So the sky happiness points at many happy events, right? So when there is so many happy events going on, it's a chance for you to get out there and broaden your contacts, right? Which then begs the question, do we network or not? Of course last. You know, sometimes, here's the thing, okay, when you mix in with the negative star, here's the thing. Sometimes networking is not about collecting as many names as you can. That's called treasure hunting, not networking. If you're really feeling the disconnect, then instead of wasting heavenly officer and surpassing path, why not focus on building quality connections instead of quantity? So for every party or event that you attend, just one or two genuine connections, not the superficial ones. Okay, so if the dragon rules your month pillar, which is the pillar for business and career, continue to embrace the leadership role that was given to you in 2024. Both the heavenly officer and surpassing path talk about, again, enhanced visibility, acknowledgement. So to use these positive stars, we need to pursue larger goals or positions of influence. As mentioned earlier in this video, it's definitely easier for career professionals to use these stars as they function better in a structured organizational role. So for business owners, this is a chance to prioritize your company's efficiency and effectiveness, which in turn will help promote customer trust and loyalty in your brand. Only caution here, as always with the Skysha and Lonesome, don't go it alone. Again, quality over quantity. Don't keep saying yes to meaningless, monotonous work. Prioritize your energy and time for the work that has higher impact and therefore higher ROI. Otherwise, you may work yourself sick for no reason, okay? So, business example. Everything also want to do in-house when it can really be easily outsourced for higher resource optimization. Career example, you hawk your jobs to your chest, not willing to let go, fearful of teaching others because you think that if you teach, you work yourself out of job and the tasks keep piling up like crazy. No, that's not going to work, okay? Let's move to the next slide. Yep, dragon in the day, which is spouse or personal pillar. Sky happiness points to the presence of happy events surrounding your friends or family. Maybe someone getting married, maybe you getting married, maybe someone is welcoming a new baby, maybe someone celebrating a milestone birthday, those kinds of stuff, okay? So sometimes in our daily grind, It's easy to lose connections with the people around us. So the sky happiness is here to help you reconnect. And because the day pillar also governs our physical bodies, sickness charm here takes on more significance. Therefore, 2025 would be a good year to prioritize your wellness programs for yourself, your spouse, and your family. So this could be your exercise regime, your diet plans, your lifestyle choices, right? But what about Sky Shark or Lonesome? These two happen when you receive an invitation and you say no, instantly cutting off the sky happiness. So if you're single and looking with the sky happiness, cannot spend too much time alone at home, okay? Must be out there mingling with friends and acquaintances. And what if you're single and not looking? Then use the sky happiness to find your own personal happiness. What makes you happy? Okay. And lastly, dragon in the hour, which is mindset, children, and investment. So let's start with children. Sky happiness in the traditional interpretation, especially in the hour pillar, can signal the potential arrival of a baby, right? So if you have been trying for a baby in 2025, this might be the time to try harder, okay? But when it comes to mindset, there is certainly a need here to prioritize mental wellness because, okay, the sky shark, lonesome, and sickness charm coming together in the hour pillar mindset, okay, energy may be a bit low and there is a tendency to self-isolate. So when we put these stars together in the hour, smiling depression can be one of the risks, especially for those people who are already susceptible to these, all right? So with the positive stars, when you look at your life objectively, everything seems fine, but internally it feels hollow. So if this is true for you, again, I reiterate, please seek qualified help. Another possible permutation of this group of stars can actually be, I'll say the quiet part out loud, okay? This looks very similar to PPD, postpartum depression or postnatal depression. All right, sky happiness means baby, right? Bundle of joy arrives. You feel overwhelmed, exhausted, constant anxiety. So if you experience this, please make sure you have the support system in place, okay? Right, so Ate, can we move? Yep. So enough about babies, let's talk about investment. Firstly, no money stars, okay? But the disaster shark and sky shark can be a rebellious mindset. Because sky shark is about bucking the trend, right? Fighting a war that nobody understands. More, the sky shark and disaster shark is talking about stubborn adherence to a failed strategy despite clear evidence that it no longer works. Therefore, when it comes to investment decisions, please make sure that you are able to back up your decision making with data points. Make informed decisions, not gut feel. Okay, so your buddies, it turns out, right, your buddies are some of the A players in 2025. So if you need someone to share the workload, the rooster has the general star ready to help you launch a campaign. Okay, so if you want a mentor or coach, all right, monkey is facing a transformative year. Don't give them more work, please, but they are very good for ideas and brainstorming and clarity. Very, very good for clarity. Okay, so if you need resources, look no further than to the rat. Okay, the horse, nothing to do with you. But again, a horse has the great sun nobility star that can dissolve a lot of the negative stars in the dragon. So that's why I've included the horse in this list. So if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, the horse could be your go-to. Don't even need to ask them for advice, you know. Just go sit next to them and let the sun energy rub off on you. Okay, so let's wrap things up. For the dragon in 2025 is serving up major respect and recognition for the dragon thanks to the heavenly officer and surpassing path. So you're stepping into leadership roles where people can't help but notice your vibe, whether it's at work or in personal life. You'll be looked at as the go-to person, a real authority in the room. The key here, own that spotlight, stay confident, and let the momentum carry you forward. But It's not all hustle. Sky Happiness is bringing some seriously good vibes your way. This star is your cheat code for building strong, positive relationships and have a good time in the process. Whether you're looking to deepen bonds with existing friends or level up your network, now's the time to connect and collaborate. The energy lets you create connections that don't just feel good, they're built to last. So your squad will be there to back you up. So lean into them for support when things get tough. And speaking of tough, watch out for the Sky Sha, Lonesome and Disaster Sha combo. While you're out here leading and building relationships, the lone wolf energy could creep in, making you feel like you're battling solo. So throw in the sickness charm, might have you feeling low on energy, and it's clear you'll face some challenges. The move, stay connected, take care of your health, stay hydrated, and don't let setbacks knock you off your path. And with that, let me wish you 恭喜發財，龍馬精神. Here's to a surpassing year ahead in 2025. And until I see you again in the next video, you have a great day ahead.